Hey everyone, welcome back to another easy gameplay guide. Now this time this is for Annie, a character that was released 2 years ago now, and I've just gotten around to playing her and figuring her out. So there's gonna be two sets that I'm gonna show here. The first one will capitalize on what Annie does best, which is combo hits. You might have already seen her online in various videos. She can deal a lot of combo hits, and that's what we're trying to focus in this set. So first I've got Destruction Pillar and Re-Entry here as the two special moves. Now these are more of a setup special moves, as you'll see later, that is trying to like get our meter gain going to get those blockbusters, which will deal most of the combo hits. And one of them is Sag and Beam. It is a nice blockbuster one. It charges super fast. It deals a lot of combos while also healing yourself for a bit, so this is quite nice to have. The next is Gravity Slingshot, and I think this move especially is a staple in Annie builds because not only does it deal a lot of combos, it also immobilizes the opponent and puts them in a single place, allowing you to deal more combos with your basic attacks or your star power and so forth. The last move is Pillar of Creation, and this one is a bit more optional. You can easily switch this to a Crescent Cut or a Blockbuster 3 if you want. However, I really do like Pillar of Creation because it's Blockbuster 2, it can deal a lot of damage, it flings the opponents up high in the air, allowing you to follow it up with more combos, and it also heals your teammates for 50% of the damage dealt. So it's really nice, but I've seen some other people use a Photo Bop or Crescent Cut, or even another special move like another Re-Entry or another Destruction Pillar. The choice is yours, but this is the one that I'm gonna use. Now you'll notice that all my moves here and blockbusters are very low level, like level 1, level 4. My second beam is level 9. And the reason why I'm using this low level moves is that I've tried this before, I've tested it before, and frankly, if I was using my level 12 or 9 moves, the opponent just dies really fast. Annie's Marquee ability, Redshift, does put in a lot of work here, and you'll see later on that Annie in prize fights is a beast. Like, she's crazy good. Only in prize fights though. So this is gonna be the first step that we're gonna try, and we're just gonna go straight into training mode to see how this all comes together. Okay, so we're in training mode and we don't have any meters, so we gotta rack them up to get some combo hits. But first, let's make use of these two special moves. I'm gonna go for a basic combo. Swipe up, tap twice, and go for a Re-Entry, Destruction Pillar, and I can go for a Sag and Beam here to get 35 hits. Pretty nice. And that's gonna be how we're gonna start most of the games until we get Crescent Strike and Pillar of Creation up for their meter, and then we can do some more combos. So assuming you have all your meter up and star power on, well, the star power is optional. You're gonna start with a basic attack, Crescent Strike to do another basic attack, and if you happen to have star power on, you can do another basic attack. And then we're gonna go up, go for a Re-Entry, we're gonna keep on using that, Pillar Creation, and ending it with Sag and Beam. So Sag and Beam is gonna be your combo ender because it's quite hard to follow it up with the other blockbusters, so that's what you're gonna do. Alright, let's try that again, but without the star power. So it's basic attack, Crescent Strike, basic attack, and we're gonna swipe up, Re-Entry, few taps, Destruction Pillar, Pillar of Creation, and then Sag and Beam. Now if you have star power, obviously it's gonna be more combo hits and you can get an additional basic attack, but that's basically the gist of it. Sag and Beam is your combo ender. It's really hard to follow it up. And so with that, let's go straight to a prize fight to see how this works against the AI. Alright, so let's see how this works against the AI. So let's block first, get a hit in. So we're gonna do basic combo, swipe up, get a Re-Entry here, tap 3 times, Destruction Pillar, and follow it up with a Sag and Beam to top it off. Now, Sag and Beam is mostly a combo ender, as you'll see, because it's really hard to follow it up with the other two blockbusters. And speaking of which, we need to fill up the meter for those two blockbusters first before we can do anything. Okay, we have Crescent Strike here. Let's go for a basic attack. Swipe up, Re-Entry, Destruction Pillar, and Pillar Creation before ending it off with a Sag and Beam. So I could have timed that Sag and Beam better, so I could deal more hits, but instead of doing it while the Liza was in the air, but that was my misplay. So let's move back here so that we don't get interrupted by the Doom. Now that we're here, let's go for a Crescent Strike first. Get some more basic attacks going on. And then we can go for a Star Power. And if we go up, re-entry, they're probably dead by then. I can go for a Second Beam here to kill it off. The correct way would be to go for a Pillar Creation there. But it doesn't matter. And I could end it here. Alright, so for this second set, we're actually going to use 4 Destruction Pillar with a Gravity Slingshot. Now this moveset is very funny, it's hilarious actually, because instead of making use of Annie's powerful combo hits, we're actually just gonna make use of Destruction Pillar's powerful effects of dealing an additional 10% of the opponent's max health. And you can chain all these 4 in a single hit, so you're basically just punching the opponent in the air again and again until they die, and you know what? It's actually effective. It's actually an effective strategy. I actually prefer this strategy with Annie rather than her usual combo game. And yeah, it works, and it's very strong, it's very powerful, and it's very easy. This is probably the easiest thing to learn because all you're doing is put the opponent in the corner and just punch them to death in the air. We've got Gravity Slingshot here as a really nice blockbuster to trap the opponent in a single space, especially on incoming opponents. Give you a bit of time until the special cooldown for these moves are back online again, and you just repeat the whole process again and again. This is extremely powerful with variants like Triple Threat or even Starshine as well, because the guaranteed crit from the precision means you're just gonna destroy opponents really fast. So this is the second set, and probably my absolute favorite set for Annie. It's very similar to how you spam Ringlet Spikes for Philia, but we're spamming Destruction Pillar instead. And with that said, we're just gonna go straight into the training mode to see how this actually performs, because it's pretty stupid, honestly. Now let's go. Alright, so we're gonna test it out in Prize Fight, because I think it's more better here. So we're just gonna start with the blocking here, go for a ground combo, swipe up, Destruction Pillar, then we're gonna go for a dash attack, and down sweep, that's really important. Grab, tap tap, Destruction Pillar, and now once the opponent is in the corner, it's basically a free win. We can go for... Now when a new opponent comes in, we can go for a Crescent Cut here, just to trap them in the corner. You can even go for a Star Power if you want. And basically just repeat it again and again. Because we're facing against Brain Freeze, that didn't really work well for us. But a grab followed by a charge attack and more Destruction Pillar basically secures it. So let's go for a Crescent Cut here. We'll go for a charge attack. Grab. Dash Destruction Pillar. Alright, last try here. Basic attack. Swipe it up. Destruction Pillar. We're gonna go dash. Swipe down so that the opponent is in the corner. We grab, tap, tap, Destruction Pillar. And just keep on spamming that. Star Spangle comes in, we got a hit in with a grab. And then we can spam Destruction Pillar again. I kinda missed there. Let's go for a grab here. Which gives us enough momentum to go for another Destruction Pillar. I missed again. But that doesn't matter. Go for a grab. Destruction Pillar. Destruction Pillar. Destruction Pillar. So if we can summarize all of that in, it's that you want to corner the opponent as much as possible. So you start with a ground combo. Swipe up. Destruction Pillar. Go for a dash. Swipe down. And the opponent is already in the corner. So remember, once the opponent is up in the air, you want to go for a dash. Swipe down to push the opponent into the corner. And once they're there, you can go for a grab, tap twice, Destruction Pillar. And the cycle continues. You just have to time it right. It's better to hit it while they're still in the air. And if they're blocking or doing something that you can't really spam the Destruction Pillar on, you can go for a Crescent Cutter. And then go for a grab. which allows you to get that momentum to push them into the air. The important thing is to push the opponent into the corner, and then you can just press your destruction pillar and time it right, assuming you time it right. Let's go for it. Crescent Cutter here. Destruction pillar. Just keep on practicing this in training mode and you'll get the hang of it really fast. Alright guys, so that's gonna be the end of this video. I've showed 2 sets for Annie to make your life a bit easier because Annie can do a lot of combo routes. One of the set takes advantage of that, and I realized that I have been mentioning Gravity Slingshot as Crescent Cut or Crescent Strike for a long time and I didn't realize until now. Apologies for the mistake, but it's Gravity Slingshot. As I was saying, the first set takes advantage of the high combo hit count that Annie can do. Now this is pretty much just barely scratching the surface. There's videos out there that could go up to like 100 combo hits or something. It's very easy to do combo hits with Annie, and with some practice with her tools, you'll also be able to do it very easily. The second set is more unique. It takes advantage of Annie's destruction pillar special move and basically just spam it again and again to punch the opponent in the air continuously until they die. It's a really funny alternative. It's not combo hit, it's actually low combo hit, which is quite unique because high combo hit count usually have a lot of weaknesses in that it activates a lot of signature abilities, but when you have low combo hit counts like the destruction pillars, for example, you can kill opponents in like 5 hits, which is insane. So that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you all learned something new, and hopefully this has been entertaining. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching.